This is one in a series of demos that take a look at the kinds of business solutions enabled by Longhorn technologies. This one focuses on manufacturing. One of the big themes for manufacturers is, quote, shop floor to top floor integration, where there's just great visibility all the way from plant floor operations to supply chain logistics to customer demands. We're going to see both a plant floor operator station and a web-accessible business intelligence tool from one of our ISV partners named Invensis Wonderware. Their Orchestra branding in the demo refers to their comprehensive plant automation and information architecture. This particular demo emphasizes the role of Indigo and fundamentals for connecting all the systems, and Avalon for visualizing related information. We'll also touch on WinFS primarily for its support of contacts and presence that's associated with documents and communications. Let's start by logging in as a plant floor operator with our smart card and PIN. We're running a substrate coding process that's using Indigo to collect industrial controller data and Avalon to present it intuitively. This is a great visualization, but what really matters is operations flexibility. Watch closely as we pick our next job scheduled for execution. It's a brand new process with new characteristics to control. So as our station is configured for the new process, the software is updated just in time to include 2 new readings on each of the oven chambers, one for oven temperature and the other for coating thickness. Longhorn's deployment fundamentals make these kinds of updates easier. The deployment manifest for this new configuration includes an overview of the new process recipe. So as the operator, I'll click here to get oriented, paying special attention to these 2 new settings on each of the oven chambers. In this case, we're coating with volatile organic compounds that can cause serious environmental problems if not done right. So when I try to start the job, I can't. The start button is disabled, and I get a notification saying that I need a quality process engineer to inspect my settings. This is an example of the way Indigo can tie together disparate systems, in this case HR training certification with plant floor operations. So to ask for help, let me annotate my screen to highlight the settings I'm most unsure about. This annotation will be included in my request for inspection. I'll then pick from a list of quality process engineers that are online, nearby, and available to do the inspection. I'll use a customized version of the contact picker dialog to pick Chris to do the inspection. Until Chris does, I'll read up on handling volatile organic compounds that are used in this new process. Making it easier to delegate authorization, in this case from Chris to me, for this particular run, is a great example of the system flexibility enabled by RTC and Indigo, where Indigo implements the WS security protocols. This notification from Chris says he's completed the inspection and given me permission to start the new job, so you can see that the start button is now enabled. Now let's start the job and watch it run. We've got digital readings from all the controllers, but Avalon gives us a great way to incorporate some analog controls too. In fact, watch as I hover over any of these readings, I get a vector-based zoom in on things like temperature and thickness gauges. In addition to monitoring industrial controllers, we use Indigo also to communicate with the manufacturing execution system. When the job completes, from my operator station I can confirm key process characteristics that will be included in the shipment from this run. So we've seen the connectivity among plant floor systems and back-end systems. Now let's take a look from the perspective of the business manager that owns the P&L for this product being produced. She's at the customer's office, no VPN connection, but wants to check immediately on the cost of running this process at scale for that customer's order. She sees a new analysis tool on her corporate web page and with one click installs it for immediate use. Watch on the right as near real-time data from the factory floor is streamed to her desktop so that she can see the completion status of this last trial run. She'll enter the customer's estimated amounts to determine her projected cost if she were to run at scale. Here she's using near real-time feedback from the trial runs to accurately price the product at different levels of coating thickness. She also needs to check her plant capacity over the coming weeks and months. Avalon makes it easier to provide a great visualization here of plant utilization with easy navigation by month, by week, or even within partial weeks. So she sees that she can handle the order and is ready to quote prices to the customer, offering different options for each thickness level that the customer had requested. So when she returns to the document for the customer's order, the combination of WinFS schema and RTC makes it easy to find, first of all, and contact the customer with quotes for each of the coating thicknesses. So she sends the customer contact a message, then gets notified that he's interested in the thicker coating but would like to do a side-by-side comparison of the samples from the 2 trial runs to make his final decision. So now she goes back to the trial analysis tool, selects the 2 thicker samples, and drags them to a customer service rep, adding a brief message asking him to send output of the 2 trial runs to the customer. With the benefit of real-time visibility into her operations, she's confident that whichever thickness he chooses will result in a profitable new order. So we've seen some pretty amazing ways that Longhorn helps you deliver shop floor to top floor integration. Indigo securely connected everything, Avalon made it easy to use, and deployment fundamentals made it easy to respond to change. My name's Carter Maslin, and I want you to be a Longhorn evangelist, so don't hesitate to contact me. Have fun.